Hi everyone, I'm Lindsay. I'm the book lady for Amanda's Party Tonight. I want to thank you all so much for coming either tonight or if you're watching this in the next couple days, thank you again. We are going to show you tonight a few of our favorite books at my household here and also some of the favorites as you get a little bit older. I will start from an infant age and work my way up. So I hope you guys enjoy. The first book I want to show you guys tonight is Baby's very first touchy-feely book. This is the Animals one. This is $7.99. There is also a Santa one for $7.99. There is also just a Baby's very first touchy-feely book, which is $8.99, but includes a little bit more of a generic variety of things, including different objects and colors and adjectives in that direction. So I'll show you. The first thing you'll notice in these books is there is a very high contrast in the colors. The black and the white with the colors on it makes it very easy for infants to see. The next thing, they each have a texture on them. So you got a fluffy duck, a shiny fish, a hairy dog, a soft rabbit. Babies love to get their hands on things, love to touch and feel, makes it very fun for them. Highly recommend this. It's a great baby shower gift if you need something like that also. The next book I want to show you is 1, 2, 3 Counting. This is a great book for infants, especially those doing those tummy time exercises. I would have loved to have known about this when Weston was a little guy. We hated tummy time in our house, so it would have been nice to have some sort of a distraction. This is also very high color contrasting. This book actually folds out, so it's quite long as you can see, but it stands up on its own, so you can actually fold this out and leave it up for Baby to look at. Lots of fun. You can see all the different colors and objects and the numbers along with them. This book is $7.99. There is also an On the Farm one, but that one is currently out of stock. But if anybody's interested in that one versus this one, I am happy to check the out of stock date for you when it's estimated back in. The next titles I want to share with you are some from That's Not My series. There are over 60 titles in this series, and a lot of them are also offered in Spanish. These are recommended for 9 months and older, but realistically, you can give these to babies at any time. They're gonna get their hands on them, they're not gonna hurt them. Funny story, the That's Not My tractor actually was given to me as a baby shower gift. This was our very first Usborne book that I ever actually owned, and I didn't know Usborne was a thing at that point, so ironically, when I came across a party of my own, I saw these titles on here and realized that we had one of those, and it was actually one of my son's favorite books from the time he was little until now even. He loves to read these on his own, and I love that he's learning the different adjectives with the different textures as well. So they all have different textures on every page. And they'll go along saying something like, that's not my tractor, its trailer is too rough. That's not my tractor, its funnel is too smooth. So you're getting to get your hands on each of these pages. I love the high contrast. Again, Usborne just nails it. At the very end it says, that's my tractor, its headlamps are so shiny. These come from everything from different animals to different vehicles, anything you can think of. There are also a lot of great Christmas titles as far as That's Not My Snowman, That's Not My Reindeer. They're a lot of fun, $9.99, very fun, like I just said, sorry. Sharon and Athena, I know I added That's Not My Unicorn on both of your lists. There is also a unicorn plush that goes with it. So great idea, again, for a baby shower gift if you want to do the combo. Another favorite of ours in our house is Don't Tickle the Hippo. There are 5 different titles in this series. There is Don't Tickle the Bear, Don't Tickle the Dinosaur, Don't Tickle the Hippo, Don't Tickle the Lion, and Don't Tickle the Tiger. These are $19.99 a piece. And they are so wonderful. Usborne is kind of genius for this. The battery pack is right on the back, so if you ever need to replace the battery, it's right there, easy to get to. There's also an on-off switch, which was great because my son was terrified of the sounds. He's a little anxious, so it worked out well that we could read the book and get him used to the pictures and the feel of everything without actually scaring him off with the sound. Now he thinks it's hilarious and loves to do it all. So these go through. Don't tickle the hippo. You might make it snort, and they can go ahead and tickle him. It goes through with the different animals. Again, high contrast. And these are all very soft, very fun to touch. And at the very end, it says, "Oh no, now look what you've done." And it goes through all the different animal noises, as well as a little song. We get a kick out of this one. Lots of fun. Athena, I know I added this one to your list, so check that out. This is one that I mentioned was one of Weston's favorites. This is the Busy Car book. These are a lot of fun. There's a bug book, there's a train, there's a Santa, if you're into the holiday ones. These are one of the more expensive books at $24.99, but you will see why here in just a second. There's a little plastic cover with a little storage car. When you open these up, there are several different pages here, about 5, I think, in total. Yeah. And this says, "Start here. The busy car drives behind some stores, across a crossing." And then it says something about, "Can you find the sleepy cat? Around a circle, just past a bus station, and beside a park." If you notice, these are a pullback, and if you let it go, the car will go around the pages. My son also likes to take the car off and drive it around by itself, so there's that. These also are replaceable if you lose the vehicle or the bug or Santa. Just let me know and I can get you a replacement of these and not the whole book. This is one of our many Lift the Flap books. Usborne has a ton of flap books, varying from little baby flaps that are a little bit more sturdy to stuff like this to even more advanced. We have a Look Inside Your Body one that actually has over 100 flaps inside of it. There's flaps inside of flaps inside of flaps. Lots of fun, great way to learn things without realizing you're actually learning, and those fingers love to lift the little flaps. This is one of my new favorites because I'm actually working with Weston on recognizing the letters of the alphabet. So this one goes through and has the different letters on this page. And then once you turn the page, I like this because it's kind of a fill in the blank. So you have your letters, and Weston tries to guess the letters in the order through the alphabet. Lots of fun there. I like that there are activities for the kids as well. This one says that the names of these things start with different sounds. Say each sound, then lift the flap to see the letter. So A for apple, basket for B. So you're getting a little bit of the phonetic sounds as well. This one has something in the picture that starts with these letters, so, or each of these sounds. So A for apron, C for cow, and they can go find the stuff. Anyways, these are just a lot of fun. Different activities on each page. Great way to learn, like I said. Weston, we were actually reading this one this morning. When you get to the back, all of the letters are in here, and they actually have the capital letters inside underneath so that they can recognize both. You can work through them all. Very fun. This one they can trace as well with their fingers. You trace with a pen, and these guys, you're gonna end up with a permanent pen in your book, but to each their own, right? Usborne just released a bunch of new titles on October 1st, and this is one of the new titles that I'm going to show you tonight. This is called 1, 2, 3, Do the Dinosaur. This book is $12.99. Lots of fun. I love this book because it can get the kids up on their feet doing activities. This one goes through and it's a little boy who dresses up as a dinosaur and then they learn to do the dinosaur dance. So it starts with chomping your jaws. Chomp, 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 let's do the dinosaur. 1, 2, 3, and everybody roar. It goes through, we swish our tail, and again there's that same swish, swish, swish. Let's do the dinosaur. 1, 2, 3, and everybody roar. That continues throughout the entire book. And they end up deciding that they're being too noisy. And then they start to quiet down and they realize they are on a big T-Rex. T-Rex sees them, they're sure of it, so they take off running. Well, T-Rex chomps his giant claws, swishes his tail, and stomps his feet, just like the other dinosaurs were doing. And he roars. But the funny thing is, he's not so scary after all. He just wants to do the dance and join in on the fun. So, just copy the actions and you'll quickly know the score. You chomp and swish and stomp about, and that's the dinosaur. Chomp, swish, stomp. Let's do the dinosaur. 1, 2, 3, and everybody roar. They get so tired in the end. The little one was sleepy now. Me too, the T-Rex said. Then everybody copy me, said Tom. It's time for bed. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Let's do the dinosaur. 1, 2, 3, and everybody snore. Lots of fun. I love rhyming books. They're so much easier to read. They roll off your tongue. They're catchy. And this one I kind of sing along. Lots of fun. I turned off the lights because I want to show you our next series. These are our Shine a Light books. I have Secrets of the Seashore and At the Hospital. These are a lot of fun for kids. They're very interactive. You grab a flashlight and I will show you the magic. These are $12.99. There are 15 titles. Some of them are offered in Spanish. You can go through and there are different pages with different things on them. So this one, the girl has been given her surgery or her medicine that has made her sleepy. She's going in for a surgery. So if you hold the page out and shine the light behind him, you can see inside behind the door. So there you have your surgeon in the operating room along with the nurses and the staff. Each page has a little something like that hidden on the colored page. When you flip it over, you can see the other side and it gives you a little explanation as well. Lots of fun. A fun, in the dark, cozy wintertime book, in my opinion. I think the lighting is actually better without my overhead light on, so I'm actually going to hold off on putting that back up. This is Nibbles, the book monster. Nibbles is a monster whose favorite thing to nibble on is books. This is the original book. This is the book that won me over on Usborne. This is the reason I became a consultant. Books like this, you can't get anywhere. They're just very creative, very innovative, and lots of fun. This is a story about a little monster called Nibbles. Nibbles likes to nibble soap, and Nibbles nibbles socks. Nibbles chomps on rubber ducks, and Nibbles nibbles clocks. Nibbles loves to nibble toes, and Nibbles nibbles hooks, but Nibbles' favorite thing to nibble on is books. So we follow along with Nibbles as he shimmies his way through this book and eats his way into 3 of our most beloved fairy tales. So he first gets through Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, eats his way out of Goldilocks and into Little Red Riding Hood. There's holes where Nibbles has eaten his way through. So these are very condensed versions of the book, obviously. Kind of sum up the thing real quick with little captions from each of them. Nibbles turns Mr. Wolf here into looking like a chicken as he nibbles his way out of that and into Jack and the Beanstalk. Having the books inside of the book honestly just baffled me. I thought that that was super creative and just lots of fun. I knew I had to have this book when I had it. or when I saw it, excuse me. Nibbles on Jack and the Beanstalk gets taken away from the golden goose. He gets carried on out, and the golden goose appears to be taking Nibbles back to his own house. So he drops him on into his cage, and it says, "Now quick, let's close the crate before Nibbles escapes again." We close it. Phew, well done. Now we really mustn't take our eyes off of Nibbles. Not even for 1 second. Stop. Can you hear something? What's that noise? Chomp. Or nibble, chew, gnaw. Oh no, Nibbles, not again. And he nibbles his way out of the back of this book and into several others. This one is $16.99. There is also a Monster Hunt and also a Dinosaur Guide. There are also these smaller books. These are $11.99 a piece. We got Nibbles Numbers, which is a condensed version. And I love that there are the same amount of holes on each page as there are numbers, which makes it lots of fun for my 3-year-old to count. Sorry, my dogs are freaking out. He likes to count the holes and then can recognize the number as well. There is also a new release as of October 1st. We have Nibbles Colors. He nibbles his way through all the different colors in the book. He nibbles off the corner of them as well as in the center. And then once you get to the end, he's made a beautiful rainbow. Love these. There is also a Nibbles plush. Nibbles likes to hang out on our bookshelf. That's usually where I find him, unless he is hidden away somewhere from my little guy chasing him around and hiding him who knows where. Another one I want to show you guys, since we're all seem to be homeschooling or brand new teachers, as I say, are some of our Wipe Clean books. These are incredible. This is $7.99. It comes with a pen on a little plastic sticky here. This one is all about numbers. There is everything from alphabets to different shapes, all sorts of different things. So this one you can literally go through. It looks like my toddler's actually gone through and traced some of the stuff as already. So there's, like, this one is the number 4, and you can see the 4 in all of the sales. They ever so creatively fit the numbers into some of the pictures, and then you can go through and trace them. The awesome thing about these books, in my opinion, is they truly do wipe off very easy, very clean. If we pop back over here, I will show you even the ones that have been on here a while wipe right off and come clean with nothing left behind, unlike some of the other books that I have gotten that are supposed to be wiped clean that end up stained. So highly recommend these. There's everything from math to sight words to everything you could think of for kids learning to write, beginning pen control even for the younger ones. These vary in price, but they're also packs, so a great money saver tool there. As we get a little bit older, this is one of our Mindful series titles. This is called No Worries. There is also a set of these for $39.99 where you get 6 of these books. You get No Worries, Be Positive, Hello Happy, Letting Go, Stay Strong, and Be Brave. These are actually interactive books. So there are different activities that are supposed to help along the way with each sort of mindful activity. So on this one, it's to help you worry less. So for instance, take a breath. It walks you through different things. Complete the picture. What can you hear outside? So these are, just as I like to practice mindfulness, these will help our younger kids do the same thing. These books are $6.99 a piece. Like I said, you get all 6 for $39.99. These are recommended for 8 and up, but realistically, if your kid can read and write, go for it at a younger age, or you could help along. I know that there are some people that have used those and just written the stuff in for their kids, which is a lot of fun too. It would be actually pretty hilarious to read back on down the road. Along those same lines are also for 8 and up are some of our STEM books. So these are our Scribble series. This one is engineering. We also have a science, architecture, math, technology, and inventions. These are all about filling in the blanks, different activities that kids can do that will get their mind geared towards whatever choice you make on the book here. So this one is an engineering one. So this one says wearable tech. Clothes with built-in technology are known as wearables. These particular washable or wearables help to keep skiers safe and measure their performance. So it goes through and shows you all this stuff, and then it says invent some wearables to protect hikers in the rainforest against the dangers below. Imagine your own dangers. So it gets those little engineer minds a thinking. Lots of creativity, lots of fun. I love that there's a little rubber band to keep them shut. Nice hardcover to protect those pages inside. These run at $12.99 a piece. There is also a collection at $72.99, which is currently out of stock. Again, if you come over across anything that is out of stock, just please let me know and I will check those out of stock dates as we're getting new inventory in every single day. And this is gearing up towards the 10 and older crowd. These are our graphic classics. We have a collection, again, that's out of stock, at least in the paperback version, which is $99.99, and it includes 11 of these books. There is the library edition. The difference between the paperback and the library, or even a hardback and library, the library bound books are going to be a lot more sturdy for a lot more wear and tear. So these are kind of laid out like comic books. They almost trick those kids that don't enjoy reading into reading without really realizing it. They're reading an entire book in the form almost of a comic book. Lots of illustrations, little talk bubbles, makes easy reading, turn those non-readers into readers. This is the Three Musketeers. There's also everything from Robin Hood, Alice in Wonderland, Hamlet, Macbeth, Sherlock Holmes, the Odyssey, Greek myths, Dracula. There is a lot of fun in these books. So these run at $9.99 a piece. The last two that I'm going to show you are some of our new titles, but are also Christmas favorites of mine. These just came out, but they won me over in a heartbeat. The first is Santa Post. There is also Dragon Post and Beast Feast, which are very similar to this. Beast Feast has the letters inside attached as Santa Post here. I'll show you in a second. The Dragon Post does not. The letters actually come removed, so just keep that in mind. This one is $14.99. This book is all about a little girl named Amy who sends Santa a letter just a few sleeps before Christmas. She sends it down the chimney and she talks about what she wants. Well, it got burnt. So Santa's job is going to be to write to all of his friends to see if he can come up with Amy's perfect gift. He talks to the elves, he talks to the polar bear. They each send something, but nothing is quite right. And you get to the very end here, the reindeer send a carrot, and it's already got a bite taken out. In the very end, Santa can't quite figure it out, so what he does is he brings her snow and builds a snowman. Then he gets a letter back from Amy. Let me pop over here so I can actually read this to you. This says, to Santa, hello and Merry Christmas. I just wanted to say a big thank you for all of the snow I asked for and my wonderful snowman friend. We've been playing tea parties outside all day. Santa, you are the best and today is the best Christmas ever. Oodles and buckets of love, Amy, XXX. P.S. For Christmas next year, could I please have, and there's a tea stain on it. leaving it open for hopefully another book. The very last one I'm going to show you is our brand new book and 3 puzzles. This is made for our younger kids. There are jigsaw and book combinations for kids that are a little bit older. I think they have anywhere from 75 to 100 pieces. These have 3 puzzles in them. They're each 12 pieces. So very simple. This is a Winter Wonderland theme. They come in a very sturdy little box with a very simple but cute, not quite board book, but very thick pages. Little activity book almost. It asks you to find certain things on each page. Very cute. I love the illustrations, again with the bold colors. Very easy to read through. And then you have the 3 puzzles. So we have this one here, and that one there, and this one here. And as you can see, they are very sturdy. The pieces are pretty darn thick, and they hold together really nicely. So great for those little fingers that tend to be a little bit rough on things. And that is everything I have to show you guys tonight. I hope you enjoy the rest of the party. There will be about 6-7 more posts after this, so make sure to look for those. Click on the announcements page at the or the announcements button at the top. That'll put all the posts in order. I will be there to answer any questions. Feel free to send me a message at any point. I will be there interacting with all of you. So I hope you enjoy yourselves. If you have any questions, I said, don't hesitate to reach out. Have a great night and happy shopping.